Former President Olusegun Obasanjo on Tuesday said not even the fear of death could stop him from raising his voice whenever there is a need to do so as an elder statesman in Nigeria and Africa as a whole. Obasanjo disclosed this at a 2-day interactive session of the Presidential Youth Mentorship Retreat held at the Youth Development Center, Olusegun Obasanjo Presidential Library, Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital. The Owu-born octogenarian said God has favored him to live long after serving as military head of state and as democratically elected president of the country. He said the youth across the African region needed mentorship by their leaders. Addressing the youth, Obasanjo advised them to sacrifice themselves individually and collectively to make the African continent a great nation. He said, "I'm not afraid of death at my age. God has favored me and I appreciate God's blessings on me over these years. My concern over the years is to build leaders of Africa. My greatest concern is tomorrow, and that tomorrow begins today. The world today is in crisis. I believe that youth need interaction from leaders and learning from them. I want to be inspired at the end of this program. I want you to identify yourself and use your identity to achieve service to God and humanity," he told the youth. So guys, of course, Obasanjo has said the truth. He has said the right thing. Of course, God has really helped him. He has really favored him. But how has he helped others? That is the question. Of course, he will tell you, okay, he has done this, he has done that. So it is not left for people to say, okay, these are the things that we learn from this particular person through his actions, by his body language, through his utterances, and all of that. Those are the things that we have learned. And one thing about mentorship, there are many ways that somebody can be your mentor. You can even be seeing somebody from afar. The person might not even know you. I think that is one of the greatest, way of really learning from others. You don't necessarily need to go and meet somebody. Oh, I want you to be my mentor. In my own point of view, most of the time it's always it gets watered down. Maybe the person who is mentoring will now place himself as know-all. And for the fact that somebody is mentoring you doesn't make it seem as if the person knows it all. The person can make mistake, but it depends on the person who is being mentored. You want to be mentored, you need to make sure that all your tentacles are intact, because you should be able to identify even when your mentor is derailing, not doing the right thing. It's not because, oh, I just believe that this person is my mentor and the person must get it right. The person is up there. No, because as a human being, you could fall into error. It's a given. It's possible. So you might look at somebody, the person might not even know you, but you just be watching the antecedents of the person. You'll be watching what the person does. You pick and choose, okay, these are the things I just love this person. You can, person can be your mentor, even by proxy. The person might not even know it. But that being said, one thing again is that, can we say the same thing in Nigeria, that you have people who can really mentor, who can really do some things, and you'll be able to fall in line with what they do? Most of these talks that I hear here and there, that the youth, they really need to learn from the elders, like the elders. And that is just the way it is. The elders we have now, they have nothing to offer. Majority of them don't have anything to offer when it comes to this country. Especially you want to look at politicians, because you check their antecedents. You see the ones who do not have integrity, they jump from one place to another. They jump from one party to another. If the party is not favoring them, they jump, and they will be telling you, oh, the youth, they need to go and start from the scratch. They need to learn. With all majority of them that are corrupt, majority of them that are not doing things right, majority of them that always look for what will favor them, and they will come and tell you that it is all about permanent interest. It's not all about anything, and the interest is all is their personal interest. We have seen somebody will come today and say, oh, this person has done so thing, or you try to discredit the person. At the end of the day, you still go back to that person. Then where does the integrity comes in? You will still go back to that person that you have already discredited, that even what you are saying concerning that person is true. Yes, you will still go back. all in the name of no permanent enemy, no permanent friends. No, nobody is saying that anybody should be permanent enemy, because when you begin to say correct people or criticize people, they see you as enemy. They see you as an enemy because you are telling them the right way. Of course, if you want to criticize somebody, you put up an argument. You put up an argument that the person will be able to understand respectfully. Respectfully. There's a saying that there are many ways to kill a rat without shedding his blood. There's a way you still pass through your message, and the person will get it in love. Even if the person does not want to take it at that particular time, if the person goes back and think through of what you have said or criticize the person for, the person will know that of course these things are true. But if you are coming in the angle of you insult somebody, you want to correct somebody, and you are insulting the person, the person will not want to take it from you. So even when you are criticizing people, you let them know these are the things you think that you are not doing right in your opinion, and the person might not want to take it at that particular time. But at the end of the day, the person will just go through, because the way and manner at which you are going to present the case, the person will be able to settle down and think through. So in this place, they believe if you just criticize, no, you are insulting, you are an enemy. And that's what they always say, oh, there's no permanent friend or enemy, it's always permanent interest. At the end of the day, they will tell you, see, by default, when somebody is doing the right thing, a lot of people, most especially if you are a leader, the ones coming behind you, they will learn. By default, they will be learning. But with all of this, a lot of them, we are hearing corrupt cases, whatever. They will jump ship. They will just be aligned with who they don't want to align with. Yes, if the constitution, or if it is allowed, if that is the norm, that of course you can associate with people, but that integrity must be there. All these our leaders, all these politicians, do they really have integrity? Those are the questions that you guys need to answer. Do they really have integrity in the first place? Those who are loyal to them, are they really loyal to them genuinely, or just because of what they want to get from them? Because at the end of the day, someone will be loyal to you. At the end of the day, the person will go back and begin to say something different, because the person just wanted to get something from you. That is not genuine loyalty. So just like Obasanjo just said, if people really want to learn from him, they will know that, okay, this is a good leader. People will definitely know, because at the end of the day, when people start pointing out, oh, you did this, when the negative side of you is more than the positive side of you, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. Can we say of a truth that we have people that we can follow their footsteps? You see all of them involved in one corrupt practices or the other. Those are the people that you think that you want to learn things from. They want to be your mentor. Is it mentoring people in a wrong way? Mentoring people to have a good society? Because if really these our elders or the so-called leaders have done the needful, we will not have this kind of a environment we have, the kind of system we have. That, oh, it is when you are connected, that is when you can get the right thing. It is not by merit, it's by who you know. Is it supposed to be like that? No, it's not supposed to be like that. It's by who you know, but it's not by what you can present, or what you can give out. What are you qualified for? What you are trying to get? That is another thing. So I know you guys know all of those things, but everybody just like, okay, now that I want chop, so far whatever I'm doing, it puts food on my table. That's why you see a lot of youth, they are pressured. They are under pressure just to make things, to meet up things. Some of them who have never even achieved anything, as soon as they get into politics, they say, before you know it, they start building. Like I always say, the lucrative job in this country is just being a politician, and that's it. And when the so-called leaders, they are getting undue allowances, which is not really meant for them, because they feel they are in power. Then for them to change what is not, somebody will serve as a governor just for 4 years, and at the end of the day, they will tell you will get pension for life, you will get humongous salaries, you will get four houses in choice places, this and that in another whatever. For what? What have you done? And meanwhile, the civil servants who have worked all their life, they cannot even get anything. They can't get anything. And you say you are a leader. Leader of who? That you are marginalizing people. You are taking advantage of the people. You guys will form yourselves together and begin to put law that is detrimental to the masses that you are leading. The way it ought to be naturally, those public officers, those politicians, they are supposed to be the servants of the people, but reverse is the case. And you say those ones are the so-called leaders. The leaders that once they are dead, they don't listen to anybody. Once they are not in power, that is when they will be talking like other statesmen. Or it's cut across board. So if really you have done the right thing, that you think you can you can you can make a changes that you really want to inspire people, definitely you will know that people will definitely follow you. People will follow your footsteps. It is not all about coming out, oh, you want to mentor people. You want to mentor people. It doesn't work that way. You want to mentor people. It doesn't work that way. There are some people that will look at you from far distance, and they say, I just love what this person is doing. Even without the person even knowing that you are watching the person. That is kind of mentorship we are talking about. Not this eye service. Oh, I want this to be my mentor. Maybe because the person wants to get something from you. Because if you are my mentor, you'll be able to help me financially. No, it goes beyond that. The kind of mentorship I even believe is that you watch people from afar. You begin to watch their footsteps. You begin to see the way they behave, they conduct themselves in the society. I'm just talking generally. I'm not even talking about what Obasanjo just said. He's entitled to his opinion. But what he has said is, people who have a, open-minded, open mind, those who are open-minded, will be able to think through, say, this person, can I really follow this person's footsteps? Can this person really be my mentor? That is what is important, and that's what is needed. Now that Obasanjo has vowed that he wants to make leaders, he wants to do this, he wants to do that, he wants to do that, good and fine. If people are ready to, if they feel that there's something they can really get from him, it's a good thing that he say he will not keep quiet, even if it requires him to die, because even now he's not even afraid of death. Someone say, have you heard Baba OBJ say is ready to die during his regime, and when he completed his term as president, when Baba continued his term with Yaradua and Jonathan, did you hear Baba say he is ready to die? Baba got knocked out by PMB and the pain is too hard to bear and is ready to die now. Baba can go if he wants, but no youth should choose to die. I beg you, don't be misled at all. Someone said, unless God builds a house, a nation or the world, trust me, it will collapse like a pack of cards, or it will even continue dancing like cassava leaves. There is no any advice or grammar we have not heard in Nigeria before independence, from the golden voice of Africa to silver voice, diamond voice, spoon voice, and even wooden voice. What has changed? We should not continue to deceive ourselves, thinking all is well and it shall be well, for where Jesus is Lord. Let us turn to him, because there is no time to waste. And someone says, I have been waiting to see one particular thing you have done or said to try and amend your past evil deeds, but up till now you are still silent while a lot of new evil are in the land, and you boastfully call yourself an elder statesman, just like I said. And someone says, why vilify him? Who he teach is actually what they need to survive. I don't know what this person is talking. Well said, President. May God continue to be with Baba OBJ. We thank Almighty God for your life. You are indeed a blessing from God. Someone say, who cares after your death? To hell with you. Return pensioners' money you left in the hand of the pension managers for your own benefit before, during, or we are suffering as our money is shared. And someone says there that someone born by woman must surely die, because he or she has limited days on earth. Death is an inherited debt which compulsorily must be paid by human being. The elder statesman is a prize to the entire Nigeria, particularly Yoruba. Jesus was valued after his demise. Happy birthday, Obasanjo. Someone say, continue to act drama. Sir, you can only fool the gullible. Your audiences are clapping for you, but know that too much of everything is bad and not good. Afraid, not afraid, you will still die. You are not afraid of death now after you have destroyed the country. Everybody with their own perception, their own mindset, their own belief, and the way they see things from different perspective. So just like I said, it goes beyond that. If you want to learn things from people, you want somebody to be your mentor, you need to look very well. You need to look very well and see whether the person is worth emulating, if you want to emulate bad things, because in all the so-called leaders or elders these days, you see that, they are not really stable. When you talk of integrity, not the one that will say I have integrity and it's a different thing. You say do what I do what I say, don't do what I do. So guys, let's hear your take concerning what Obasanjo has said. Thank you very much for always being there. Bye.